Hi gang, it's Tuesday and today I want to talk to you about overtraining. It's a subject that came up a few times this week and I thought it was worthy of addressing. What I first want to tell you about is some of the more neurological consequences of overtraining. It's not unusual to do more than one workout in a day, a couple of days a week, particularly if you have a goal and you need to supplement the workout of the day with something that helps you target that goal. But some of the signs, neurological signs and symptoms that you might want to take a look at that could be red flags are number one, mood, because we spend all this time when we're training in these feel-good hormones like endorphins and adrenaline, so that when we're not working out we tend to feel down and a little bit depressed, and then we feel like, oh man, I gotta get to the gym, I don't feel good, and we get on this really bad cycle. The other symptom is loss of sleep, particularly having trouble falling asleep. That's because cortisol, once again, we get these cortisol spikes while we are working out. What happens is cortisol is like a faucet, and if it's turned on often enough, it's really hard to turn off. So you're literally stressed all day. So by the time you lay down, that's why you may have trouble, you toss and turn, all that good stuff. Then another sign or symptom is your immune system. Our immune system takes a hit every time we work out, but then eventually reaches full function. Folks who are overtrained tend to get sick a lot, particularly things like colds or any kind of cardiovascular sicknesses like bronchitis or pneumonia or that sort of thing, because they're not giving their immune systems chance to reboot after their workouts because they're training too much. Then another symptom is soreness for way too long. We CrossFitters wear soreness like a badge of honor or something, but it's really not normal to be sore all the time every day, okay? So just keep that in mind. So that's some of the more neurological signs and symptoms of being overtrained. But there are two that I really want to talk to you about, consequences, more metabolic, and that is weight gain and strength loss, okay? One of the reasons that we tend to actually gain weight, or at the very least not lose weight when we're overtrained, is because, once again, that nasty cortisol spends so much time being elevated, and we're getting insulin in response to the cortisol. I don't know if you remember that video that I posted, how insulin actually will result in fat storage, okay? So we're running into that same problem, constantly stressed, insulin spikes, now the glucose gets stored away as fat, and boom, we get weight gain, especially in the belly. The other way that it makes us gain weight is because cortisol actually makes us crave bad food. It's sort of like the body's defense mechanism. Because it's so stressed out, it wants fat and sugar, both which release dopamine and serotonin, both which are our happy hormones, right? So it's this sort of endless cycle of cravings because we're constantly working out, stressing our bodies, okay? Then the other area that we can gain weight is it sort of connects to the strength loss. When we start to lose muscle, less muscle equals more fat storage, okay? And cortisol will actually inhibit the growth of HGH, our human growth hormone, all right, which helps our muscles grow and helps us get stronger, okay? So that's how we tend, those are a few ways in which we tend to gain weight or struggle with losing weight if we're exercising too much. Strength losses. First of all, when we work out, it's trauma to the body, and it's debilitating to the muscle tissue, okay? It's this catabolic effect where we're tearing stuff down, and we have to wait and recover so that we give ourselves proper time to rebuild strength. If you are a strength athlete or you have strength goals, it does not behoove you to exercise constantly because you're interfering with this process. The other weird thing is that if we get into this endless process of, especially, it's basically cardio. If you're metconning all the time, it's cardio. I don't care if you're running on the treadmill for 3 miles or doing back-to-back metcons, that is cardio. And cardio actually eats our muscle. It attacks our muscle because eventually it runs out of fuel and it eats the muscle glycogen. Once again, it's a little defense mechanism. It has to look for something to fuel itself during all this exercise, so it will attack your muscle, and then you're defeating all of your work. Okay, so just keep those in mind. How can we avoid overtraining? Write down your goals, man. Pick 2 goals over the course of 3 months to attack. Maybe it's strength and a skill. Maybe you want to increase your back squat and you want to get 10 handstand push-ups in a row. So now for the next 3 months, your training is going to focus specifically on those two movements. And in a workout, if you decide that you're going to do a Metcon for the day, number one, you might look at it and ask yourself, how is this going to help me reach my 2 goals for the 3 months that I'm doing it? It may be that you say, to the clock, right? It might be that you're trying to build some strength, especially for reps, and you don't care about the clock. You want to lift that heavy weight, even if it takes you until the time cap, even if it means a DNF. Skill work, okay? It's handstand push-ups in the workout. Even if you're going to single them, you're going to do it so that you build that muscle memory, and you just have to resolve yourself to the fact that you're not going to dominate the workout, God forbid, right? Maybe it's endurance, okay? Maybe you are going to scale the weight down from the suggested, the RX weight, because you want to learn how to go faster with a barbell and be able to stay in the game and not feel gassed, okay? So you might take the weight down so that you can move faster, okay? All of these things help you stay focused and help you get better. Grinding out workouts back to back just in the name of wanting to get better. I just want to get better. That's not training. That is, you're still exercising. We've had this talk before, okay? So check in with yourself. Just take a little note. How am I feeling? How are things going? Do I feel stronger? Am I meeting my goals? No? Make a list. And then choose programming that's going to help you check the boxes in that list, okay? Thanks, guys.